Now, the guy on the right, John Keel, on the left, that's Greg Bishop, a UFO researcher, some of you may know. John Keel got involved with the Men in Black mystery predominantly when we had the Mothman sightings in Point Pleasant, West Virginia in the 1960s. Now, Keel was someone who recognised that a lot of the UFO phenomenon seemed to straddle and cross over into certain paranormal aspects as well. It wasn't just nuts and bolts phenomena. And Keel began to experience the same sort of things that Brad Steiger had, like weird telephone calls. He would check into hotels in Point Pleasant, and the Men in Black would phone him in the middle of the night. You know, he hadn't given the hotel information out to anybody, but somebody got the information. Now, for people who may not know or be overly familiar with the Mothman story, in the 60s, that's sort of a cartoonish version that a friend of mine did. But the story is that in the mid to late 60s, there were reports of this flying, strange winged creature that became known as Mothman. And sightings culminated with the collapse of the Silver Bridge in Point Pleasant in December 67. The bridge collapsed into the Ohio River, killing literally dozens of people. And a lot of people associated the deaths with the presence of the Mothman, which, you know, its name kind of sounds comic book-like, but in reality the creature is more of like a shadowy, wraith-like entity. And when the Mothman sightings were at their height, so were the Men in Black reports. And again, they were these sort of little guys, 5 feet tall, sort of creepy and strange looking, which some people perceived as coming from the government. There was like a strange story that the government was recruiting people who had a very pale skin and they couldn't exceed 5 feet in height, which, you know, it's a very strange rumour which I don't buy at all. I think it was just presented to try and rationalise why the Men in Black look so strange, but they clearly weren't from the government. And as I said, Keel got involved, and the sightings were associated of the Men in Black with the Mothman mystery. So, you know, we see the Men in Black turning up not just in straightforward UFO encounters, but also in cases like this, sort of real high strangeness cases where you have bizarre creatures linked with the mystery as well.